Hey there, everybody! Racecrafter here, and welcome to a brand new season here on the world of Solitude. Season number 3. Yeah, number 3. It has been a while since I have recorded an episode, either here or on Craftaway. Actually, it's been a while since I recorded a video, period. I have been having some technical issues with new computer and settings and all that jazz. And if you are watching this now, it means that I have finally come to an acceptable level of quality for the videos. There may be a glitch or two still in there somewhere, but nothing that is a deal breaker. So, I am excited to show you what I've been doing here. I have been working behind the scenes, just haven't been able to bring any recordings to you. Sorry about that. But like I said, I am excited to show you what I have been doing, and it is nighttime, so let me go take a quick nap, and I will meet you back right here. Don't go away. Be right back. Well, I guess starting at the start is probably a pretty good place to start, so let's start here. This is the grand entrance to the Rogue Rebellion compound. This came about when the evil Dark Queen, who lurks in the shadows, had her minions posing as city councilmen unjustly take land and evict the good citizens of Isolation City from their homes and leave them with nothing, under the guise of a better city and a better life for the citizens of the city, which sounds a little hypocritical and oxymoronic if you ask me, that they are leaving the citizen with nothing and out in the cold, claiming to be doing something to help them. This does not sit well. Does not sit well with me whatsoever. So, the Rogue Rebellion Coalition has been formed. We are currently training and gathering intel about this mysterious evil Dark Queen, and we are preparing for the ultimate battle. Of course, eventually this defensive fortress wall will continue around and surround the entire compound. This is work in progress, yep, but it turned out pretty good. I really liked the way this came out. Our craftsmen are some very skillful individuals and really came up with something cool here. And of course, the fortress wall will provide an impenetrable defense against ground attacks, and will also provide a strategic defensive positioning for our attacks, our counter attacks. Did that come out right? I think that came out right. Yeah, that's pretty good. I know this roleplay stuff is all new to me. I'm trying to do my best with it, so bear with me. Never done it before, but this is what we got to start with, and if I can get through these trees here. We've got our little cow pasture here because we need milk, we need leather. We don't need food because we got this super cool chicken cooker here that has been working overtime. Hopefully those chicken sounds are not too loud. It's loud in my headphones, but I've got the volume turned down on the desktop audio, so hopefully it's okay. But eventually, like I said, eventually this will surround the entire compound, and it's going to be a lot of work. Man, just this alone was a lot of work. But that's what we got here, and let's move on to the other parts of the compound. And over here we have our hostile creature containment center. These hostile creatures naturally just spawn in and get trapped inside, and this allows our scientists to safely administer their, I don't know, whatever scientists do. I don't ask questions, I just demand results. But they do whatever they do up there, and the rejects and failures get sent down this chute here, and their resources are collected here for further use in other experiments. This is a semi-automated system in where it can be safely turned on and off from down here, as well as up top. The Containment Center does not have any windows. It does not have any doors. Everyone that's in there lives in there, or in some cases dies in there. And it's got some high-tech gadgetry going on. And right here is the observation deck, where I can safely monitor the failure versus success rates. And it is built very high up in the sky, and that is for two reasons. One, these hostile creatures can get a little unruly if a lot of them happen to escape, or if something goes wrong up here, then nothing's really going to happen to the rest of the compound down there. So it's kind of a fail-safe thing. Okay, moving on to the next part of our compound. And here we have our soldier hand-to-hand combat durability test facility. This is where our scientists have come up with a special serum that enhances muscle and bone structure to be able to provide more durability and stamina during hand-to-hand combat. I have been administered a different type of serum where it gives me a strength serum, in where I can punch with no weapon or anything, just punch with the fist, 10 times the strength of a normal human. So this is a pretty good indication of what our soldiers will be able to handle out in the field. They should be able to handle 3 punches. We get that. We can actually get that guy didn't handle anything. 1. Oh, that was 2. And he gave me some of his resources. But as you can see here, these guys can withstand quite a beating. At 10 times the strength of a normal human. Now, of course, the rejects are disposed of, and the resources, again, are collected and used for further research. See, these guys are really taking a beating. These scientists are coming up with some really good stuff. Really good stuff. And down here is where the reject collection is kept. These will, of course, be recycled and reused for further development. And then back, let's, oh, mouse control. Take that back. It's all yours. Back up this way, we have some very high-tech automated farming systems. On this side, we have melons. This is a 14 growing unit farm, in where it is fully automated. We don't need to do anything, and it has a little bit of a theme here, and it's still a work in progress. But on the other side, just across the way over here, sorry about the mouse, it's acting kind of weird. This is a mirror image of the melon farm, but this time with pumpkins. And our scientists have come up with or discovered a highly nutritional value in these melons and pumpkins, in that it has some very potent what's the word I'm looking for? Very potent, very potent nutritional value. We'll just call it that. And so this is the main source of food for all of our soldiers. Of course, being fully automated, we don't have to do anything. We just come down here and collect our goods. And I got some floating there, so well, you should be floating. Anyway, no big deal. And then more floating. That must be full. We'll have to check on that later. We'll get somebody on that. And then back this way, this is our storage facility where we house all of our materials for building and all of our resources for our R&D development. There is quite a bit of room in here. We've collected quite a few things in our buildings so far. And over here we have a observation deck. We'll get to that in a second. Again, our craftsmen have really outdone themselves with the design and construction of these facilities. I am really liking what's going on here. Man, I can really put together a team of highly skilled people, can I? Back this way, we have empty space and some wall decoration going on. Don't know what's going to be in this space. Haven't looked at the blueprints. I haven't talked to the foreman. So once I do that, we'll know a little more of what's going on over here. Behind me here is our industrial XP combo super smelter. This thing is pretty big, yet still pretty compact. 32 furnace array. On this side we got 16 blast furnace. On this side we've got 16 regular furnace. It's I would say one-touch operation where you just hit the button once. The system starts itself. It continues working as long as there are items in there to be smelted, and stops automatically. That's a pretty sweet system. And then down here, got a little lever, turn that on, locks everything. We can come in here, collect it, and gain XP. Otherwise, items come down here to the chest, and we just collect them there. Over behind me here, we have our automated high-tech kelp farm. Again, our scientists have recently discovered some very highly potent nutritional values to these kelp plants, and they also have developed a way to turn this kelp into a fuel source, which is quite interesting, and it is much more efficient than the coal that we have been using. This coal will smelt 8 items, in where our scientists have developed a block of kelp will smelt 20 items. So we're making some pretty good advancements here at the Rogue Rebellion compound. And the kelp is stored over here and placed there for future use. Over on this side, I don't know if I'll have time in this episode to get this kind of going. If not, then it's probably going to take a whole episode on its own. But over here is going to be a sugarcane farm. And unlike the kelp farm on this side, when one kelp grows and gets detected by the high-tech observer up there, all of these pistons fire, and whatever growth stage the kelp is at, it gets broken and gets sent off into the collection. Now, the difference over on this side is each sugarcane plant will have individual collection, or yeah, I guess you could call it collection, and where if this plant is grown to 3, where this one's only 1 or 2, and then this one's only 2, they're not all going to fire and harvest everything all at once. Each individual module will be, completely separate from each other. So when this plant grows to 3 tall, it gets harvested. When this plant grows to 3 tall, it gets harvested. And it's a much more efficient way of harvesting, you know, getting the most out of your harvests each time. It's going to have a minecart collection system that's going to go down this way, up and around, and have an automatic unloader back here, which will dump it into the collection chambers, also known as chests. And those will be over here, and everything will be kind of symmetrical, because I'm all about the symmetrics. Is that a word, symmetrics? It is now. My word. Trend it. Hashtag symmetrics. But this is what we've got going on in here so far. This was all just solid stone. Had to completely carve this out, which is fine. Got all the resources to build everything. So let's talk about this here. It looks like it's been dug from the top, and it might go all the way down to bedrock. Let's go have a look. These special high-tech bubble columns for elevators. Pretty cool feat of technology there. But yeah, this is the beginnings of a slime farm. I kind of screwed up the first time and dug this chunk out. I can't input numbers properly, and I input positive coordinates and negative coordinates. But luckily, the one right next to it was the right one, so it's all good. Our development team is working on converting or messing with the DNA of these slime creatures, in the fact that we're trying to reverse what they want to do naturally. When they are attacked, naturally they want to multiply and decrease in size and numbers. What we are attempting to do is the exact opposite. When they are attacked, we want them to increase in size and increase in numbers, so that they can more effectively surround and conquer the enemy. So that's what we're working on here. And going back up to the storage chamber. Again, this is just the observation, so I can keep an eye on those scientists, because, sometimes they slack off. And we'll just take a quick nap here, because boss, and I can take naps whenever I want. And that is well, there's a few other things. We'll get to those in just 1 second. And going up, up here, this is the room that I had the old 8 furnace array smelter system. It just was not big enough. It was okay to start with, but as our compound and our troops are growing, we require a larger smelting system for sure. The humble starter hole in the wall. Yep. This was it. At least I got the portal all set up and connected. But yeah, the little AFK fisher there, and I'm still living out of this place, man. I got to get all this stuff moved over into our storage facility, and then just shut this down. Just fill it in and forget about it. Walk away. We'll probably leave our bell though. I like the bell. There we go. And so, I think our first episode is going to be coming to a close. Oh yeah, I got one more thing to show you. Let me get set up for that, and I'll be right back with you. Okay, so that's going to do it for this episode, guys. I know I said I had another clip to show you. However, while I was recording that clip, it unexpectedly turned into something I was not expecting, which is why it was unexpected. And it actually will warrant an episode all on its own. So be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on that one. And thank you so much for watching. I am Racecrafter, leader of the Rogue Rebellion, signing off. I am out of here. See ya. Almost forgot. Having watched this video, you have now agreed to the terms of the confidentiality clause. It's down there in the fine print in the description. Maybe you missed it, but it's there. Yeah, we don't want the Dark Queen to catch wind of the operations going on here on the Rogue Rebellion compound, for obvious reasons. So please give me a hashtag Rogue Rebellion down there in the comments, and everything will be good. Don't make me send out my goons. Oh, 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 oh. Okay, bye.